Hey guys, I'm Athena on Instagram. I'm Candidly Athena because that is also the name of my blog, Candidly Athena, and if you follow me over there, then you know that I am all about personal budgeting, right? Last year I set a goal. I said I wanted to get on track with my money. I wanted to know what I was spending. I wanted to have money to spend. So now that I have that year under my belt and I feel really on top of things, I just kind of wanted to bring you along for this journey in more of a video format. So today I'm going to be talking about how to get started and how to set yourself up for success for the rest of the year. So stay tuned. So in my opinion, getting started on personal budgeting is actually pretty easy. You have to make the effort. You have to say, that's it, I'm on top of my money from now on. I feel like when you put those things together, when your mind is set, you can do it. But if you're like, I don't know, I kind of just like spending, you know, that whole debit card roulette, do I have the money, do I not? It's kind of fun. That's on you. So if that's how you're living, I totally understand, been there, done that, but I didn't want to do it anymore. And so I changed my habits. The first thing I did is I started to track my spending. What am I buying? Where am I going? Why do I feel like I not have any money? The truth is, when I started to put things in categories and I started to look at what I was buying, I saw I actually have a lot of money and I'm just spending it really poorly. I have car debt, I have student loan debt. At the time I had credit card debt. I didn't have a savings plan. I didn't have any sort of emergency anything, and it was living life on the edge. It was just too much for me. So chances are, if you're watching this, you're very similar. You might have find yourself in that same situation right now as we speak. It's cool. Take a deep breath. We got this. We can do it. So I just mentioned before, you need to track your spending, and what's really cool is over on my blog, candidlyathena.com, I have a spending tracker for you. Free to download, free to use, because that's how much I care. I want you to get out of debt. I want you to use this month to see where you've gone. We're halfway through January now. What have you bought? Where is your money going? What bills do you have that you already paid that you have coming up? Start paying attention this month so that next month we can make better adjustments to our personal budget. Now, personal budget, it's not a fun word, right? When I first heard about budgeting, I was not okay. I did not want to do it at all. It just sounded too regulated and rigid and not fun. But now it's kind of cool. It's rules that I set for myself, and so I know that I can achieve them, and it feels really good when I do that. So for example, I had credit card debt before, and I know I needed to pay it off because my interest rates, they were kind of high, and I just kept losing sleep overnight knowing that the banks were making money off of me. Not cool at all. So what I did is I started to look, how much do I owe? Who do I owe? Who do I have the most interest with? And let's start attacking that. How much was I spending on coffee each month? How much on clothing? How much on things that I didn't need right away? Coffee, I kind of needed, but I didn't need Starbucks coffee. I could do a little instant coffee, or I went to Costco and got this coconut coffee. It was amazing. So I started to change just those little habits so that I could take that money and put it aggressively somewhere else. And so these are all part of these bigger steps. If you've heard of Dave Ramsey, he has these 7 like little baby steps that he follows. And it's so great. I love Dave Ramsey. I don't follow him T for T. I'm not that disciplined, but I want to be. But I think if you're looking to read up on the subject a little bit more, then follow my link below so that you can find out a little bit more about what I'm talking about and his Every Dollar workbook. Like I said, these ideas aren't necessarily my own. This is just me encouraging you and letting you know that you can do it too. So the first thing we did was we tracked our spending, right? The second thing that we're doing is now we're looking at the pockets of what we spend on. How much is rent? How much are our bills? How much do we want to go out and have fun with friends? How much do we want to eat out? How much for groceries? There's all these little lists, right? And that right there is your budget. I also have that worksheet for you. It's already on the blog. So let's see, let's pull it up on my tablet here. It's loading. I should have done this beforehand. Okay, so this is an example here of the tracking spending that I have. You can see I have my income. I get paid twice a month. So I have that written down. And then I want a savings account. And so I started to put just 50 bucks a month. I want to get married, so that's getting a little bit more. And so I put in $225 a month. Next month, I'm gonna break down my budget for you line by line, item by item. But for now, you can go on candidlyathena.com, download the budget tracker, and see what I'm talking about and kind of fill in the gaps for yourself. And then at the end of the year, we'll compare what you thought and what you actually needed. And I'll show you what I've done so that you can get a little bit more information on that, okay? So step 1, track your spending. Step 2, take a look at the monthly budget and start to fill in the blanks there. Step 3, what kind of savings do you have, guys? I mentioned Dave Ramsey and he has little baby steps. Well, baby step 1 is an emergency plan. You should have $1,000 in your savings account. I was in the military and right now I have a lot of friends who are still in and they're like, oh my God, the government shut down. Where am I gonna pay my bills? I'm so sorry. Like, I feel for them immensely. Luckily, there are banks out there who are helping get people through this time. But you know what would have been really, really cool is if they had a savings account. Then it would be no big deal. It would be business as usual until they got paid again. That's just a really rare example, but you never know. You might not have a government shutdown. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe you get hurt. Maybe your dog gets sick like mine does. You need a savings plan because that's what's gonna cover your back later on. So step 1 for me was building that. I looked at my credit card debt. Yes, that interest was giving me anxiety, but the fact that I had nothing to fall on was even worse. So I worked hard. Right now your taxes are coming up. Maybe you haven't spent all your Christmas money, or maybe there are some things you can sell around the house to start you to build that $1,000 savings. But if you put your mind to it, you'd be so surprised how fast it comes. Last year, I used my tax return, and so my $1,000 was done right away, and anything I had left over went to my bills. It was really great. By spring, I was debt free as far as my credit cards go. I still have student loans and car payments. That's a whole nother video because that's my next step of this budget series. This is what you're gonna follow me along on the rest of the year. I'm gonna check in with you guys each month to let you know how that's going. I have about $60,000 in student loan debt and I have $12,000 left to pay on my car. That's a lot. That's $72,000 that I owe someone, and that interest is just growing, guys. And that's money that could be in my pocket. That's called wealth. I want wealth. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm striving for. So like I said, that's what my video series or this vlogging that I'm doing is all about. If you are interested in knowing more, like I said, candidlyathena.com, leaving the information for you down below right there. Go read it, go to the blog. It's got way more information for you. Maybe you're not sure about budgeting and you just stop by this video to check it out. Thanks so much, guys. I do talk about other things. I have a Disneyland pass because I have a fun budget and that's a part of it. And so a lot of times I'll go to Disneyland and have fun. And I'm also redecorating my house. So if you come back next week, you'll see how I made this really cool vanity space for me in this teeny tiny little corner of my room. DIY, Mickey, money, more. Yay, that's Athena. You've been watching Athena Fleming TV. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Come back next Monday because I'm going to have another video for you. And good luck with that budgeting. If you need help, comment below. Go to my blog. Leave a comment over there. I read everything, and so I want to help you through this also. Good luck, guys. I know you can do it. It's a new year, new money, new opportunities. We've got this, okay? Let's do this.